Welcome to part 2 of my video on taking the safest and fastest line through a corner on your motorcycle. In my last video, I talked about the perils of taking the wrong line once the road starts to curve. Specifically, how the early turn-in and early apex can lead to all kinds of problems out on the roadway. In this video, we're going to look closely at how the late turn-in and late corner apex can improve your overall riding performance while keeping you safer as well. Now, back to the action. Okay, so the early apex is out. That leaves us with the late apex. From fast canyon carvers to world-class racers, the late apex line is the line that skilled riders take. Remember how I said that one of the goals of riding through a corner is to maximize exit speed? In order to do that, when we look at the corner, we need to work backwards from the exit. We want to follow a line through the corner that will allow us to get on the throttle as soon as possible so that we can quickly reach maximum throttle. The straighter the line from apex to exit, the more consistently we can apply more throttle. More throttle, more speed. The trick to more corner speed is to delay your apex so that when you do hit it, your bike is pointed more in line with the roadway. The straighter your bike, the faster you can go. Where the early apex rider comes in faster and attempts to straighten out the line through the corner, the late apex rider slows the bike more and turns in later before dipping in to hit the apex. Here's the best part. The late apex rider is often on the gas before they even hit the apex. Even a split second of beating your fellow rider to the gas can have a big impact on cornering speed. But wait, you're not on the track. How are you supposed to work backward from the corner exit to figure out your line on a road that you've never seen before? Good question. I knew you were paying attention. When you're riding on the road, especially a road you're unfamiliar with, you frequently don't know what the exit looks like. Perhaps there's trees or a mountainside in the way, so you really have no clue of what you're getting into. The solution here is to, again, slow your entry and stay to the outside of the corner until you can see your exit. You don't commit to an apex until you see your exit point. You stay outside, 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 see your exit, then you turn straight into your apex and head straight out to the corner exit. The benefit here is threefold. First, because you stay outside on the corner, you're forced to slow down to a safe speed for the corner. Second, by not committing to the corner until you see the exit, you'll never run wide. Third, once you do see the exit, you can smoothly work the throttle and quickly get up to maximum speed. Let's look at a couple of real-world examples. Here's a section of road where our misperforming road rider, Goofus, is looking to fly through a corner. First he comes in fast, then he turns in early. As he's turning, he's braking to scrub off speed because, damn it, he came in too hot. Now he's apexing early and then, he's exiting wide, so now he has to get off the gas. Oh no, he's gone wide. If there had been a car there, that would have been the end of poor Goofus. What many riders think is that they just need to lean more, or maybe that their bike is too heavy and slow. The problem with this line of thinking is that no bike, nor all the leaning in the world, will make up for a bad line. And even if it was possible for our man Goofus to lean his bike through this corner, it would still take a ton of practice and skill to get to the point where he can achieve that much lean angle. Then, when he's way leaned over, which isn't necessarily safe, he still has the problem where he's not able to get quickly back on the throttle. Now let's look at the same corner with our late apex hero and all-around nice guy, Gallant. First, he gets all of his braking done when the bike is straight up and down. Because he's looking to stay on the outside of the corner, he avoids the temptation to keep his speed up and turn in early. Instead, he slows to a speed that's safe enough to make it through the corner. Next, Gallant delays his entry into the corner and stays outside throughout the corner entry. Finally, when he does see the corner exit point, he dips into the apex and then takes off in a straight line. Once he's on the throttle, he stays on it without backing off. At no point is he in danger of crossing the double yellow. Instead, he's able to quickly point the bike towards the apex and stay on the throttle until he's back up to cruising speed. Our man Gallant handles the corner with ease, and as he waits for his fellow riders to catch up, he busts out his smartphone, watches the Tularosa Moto YouTube channel, and hits the subscribe button to show his thanks for all of the truly life-altering knowledge he receives. Please be courteous like Gallant and hit the subscribe and like buttons if you appreciate this video. Okay, back to our program. The beauty of the late apex technique is that it takes no extra riding skills to implement. You can go out and do this today if you're so inclined. The late apex doesn't require you to ride your motorcycle with any more skill than you have right this minute. Whereas trying to lean your way through a corner to make up for a bad line might take years of practice, riding a smoother line is something anybody can do right now. Lest we forget, less lean angle equals less risk, especially on the road. On every level, the late apex is faster and safer. I'm going to show you a couple more examples so you can really see just how important the late apex is. Here's a video of me at the track going through a tight diminishing radius corner. This was a corner that I'd apex way late on, and I always felt like I was taking it so slowly. I thought, man, I suck. I'm so slow. Then I saw this video and realized otherwise. Yes, I was slow going into the corner, but I was fast where it mattered, on corner exit. Notice how the other riders behind me are catching up to me heading into the corner. They're fast. Meanwhile, I'm slowing way down so that I can hit my late apex. Now look what happens once I get the bike slowed and pointed to the corner exit. Boom! I hit the throttle hard right at my apex and I don't give it up. Quickly, I accelerate down the track. Meanwhile, the other riders who went in for a faster entry with an early apex are still off the throttle and still trying to get their bikes pointed down the track. Look how much distance I put on them in just one corner in just a couple of seconds. Did I have to ride with any special skills like I'm a MotoGP champ? No. That's the beauty of the late apex. If you take nothing else from this video, keep this in mind. If you go in fast, you'll come out slow. On the other hand, slow going in, fast coming out. Okay, you're thinking, well, maybe that's how John does it, but he's old and slow and way too safe for me. I want to ride fast. I want to ride like those beefcake TikTok guys who pass everyone with a wheelie. How about my buddy Fabio Quartararo, the 2021 MotoGP World Champion? He's one of the fastest riders of the planet, and I had the pleasure of riding with him on my home track. Notice how he comes in and hits the first apex on the corner well past the center of the corner. Then look how he comes around the second corner and goes almost all the way around it before he hits the second corner's apex. He is so late with his apex that you almost don't see it. If he had early apex that corner, he would have carried more speed at the middle of the corner, but then he would have had to give it all up at exit because his bike would have been pointed off the track. Slow in, fast out. Now, a MotoGP champ's idea of slow is faster than anything you or I will ever know, but it's still slow for him. Let's look at one more real-life situation. Here's a corner on one of my favorite mountain roads. As I'm working my way through the corner, I stay to the outside. Notice how there's a steep wall of rock to my right. Because the rock is so tall and the corner so tight, I can't see through the corner. In fact, the road opens up before I ever see my exit. As a result, I don't apex the corner at all. The road just dumps me directly from corner entry into corner exit. Now, imagine if I had entered this corner early. I'd have hit my apex way too soon and gone wide into oncoming traffic just as the road tightened up on me. Crossing the double yellow is playing a game of Russian roulette. At some point, the gun's going to fire and tragedy will follow. Just know that for some corners, you may never hit an apex, and that's okay. When you're on the road, your main goal is safety. Speed comes second. Slow in, delay your apex, exit alive. Bottom line, whether you're on the track or on the street, your line is critically important. The late apex offers both maximum speed and maximum safety. It's one of those rare things that's all good and no bad. It's kind of like an avocado in that way. Let's recap here. Here are the ways that a late apex will help your riding. First, it helps prevent excess speed at corner entry since you're not entering the corner early. Sticking to the outside will naturally push you to lower your speed to a rate that's safe for the corner. Entering wider keeps you out of the debris that's collected near the shoulder in the middle of a corner. Staying out of gravel and sand in a corner is especially important since you're at maximum lean angle and more likely to lose traction. It reduces your lean angle through the corner. Less lean angle equals less risk. A late apex prevents you from going wide on corner exit. Because you don't turn in until you can see your exit, you're not blindly trusting the roadway to match your speed. It keeps you from applying your brakes mid-corner since you're less likely to come in too hot. Hard braking while leaning often causes the front tire to lose traction, which is far too common a cause of accidents. Uneven throttle control. By following an outside line until you can see your corner exit, you'll better manage your throttle and your speed. Finally, a delayed apex allows you to navigate the corner smoother and faster. By keeping the bike stable and getting to the throttle more quickly, you'll exit the corner with maximum speed. We've covered a lot here, but I need to add that there's much more to cornering than just apexes. And even within a broader discussion of line and apex, there's many different situations that we can dig into. I've just covered the basics here. The more you ride and the more you push yourself, the more you'll be challenged. That said, the fundamental skills that I've shared with you here will always apply. Figuring it out, though, for any given corner isn't always easy. Even highly skilled riders will go back to tough corners several times just to master their entry, apex, and exit. It does help to look at how others are riding when you're on your bike. Learn to distinguish early and late turn-in points so you can see which riders you may want to follow. When you look at Instagram or TikTok crash videos, you'll begin to notice how so many are caused by poor line selection. Panicking after coming in too fast and too early is almost always the cause of laying down the bike at corner exit. To me, the delayed apex isn't just a riding fundamental. It's a perspective that has changed my riding. By staying focused on my lines, I also improve the other fundamentals of riding, from vision to braking to motor controls. I call it the late apex lifestyle. For example, even when I'm driving in my car, I look at corners to determine my entry point, apex, and exit. Yes, it's different when I'm in a car, but I'm still training my brain to always break a corner down so that when I'm in a stressful, high-speed situation on my motorcycle, my line selection will come to me as second nature. If you do nothing else, by continually working on your lines, you'll soon be a faster and safer rider. As always, stay safe and enjoy the ride.